what's happened in the past 1 year and what's the way forward. We're joined by an eminent panel from Manipur. Let's introduce our guests. We're joined by Priyobarta Sharma, who joined us from Manipur. Welcome to the show, sir. We're also joined by W. Lalam Hangshi. Welcome to the show, sir. And we're also joined by Major Dr. Ali Shah. Welcome to the show, Shah Saab. Let me go across to uh, uh, Major Shah. Uh, Welcome to the show. I introduced you earlier also, but what I notice is that you're wearing a tie of Assam rifle. So there can be nobody better to explain the situation, what's going on in Manipur than you. You know the place like the back of your hand.
Bhai, thank you very much for firstly for recognizing the Assam Rifles tribe, which is very, very sacred to me. In fact, I've had a beautiful tenure with the Assam Rifles. And I would thank you even more for actually getting my Maite brother Priyo and my Cookie brother U together and me as a neutral party to talk over here, because what we need to do is get, I know it's very difficult, the wounds are very deep, and we need to get them to communicate and sit across the table. Though I say my who said that it will be difficult to because the wounds are too deep. But let me tell all our viewers that okay, if certain hatred was at all spread, it didn't come from one particular community. It came from some people who do not represent a community. If someone said some hateful, hurting words, it was very, very bad for me as well. Some hatred was spoken by some people earlier, but let me tell you, they do not represent a community. So it will be incorrect to say that either the Maite community or the Kuki tribe is either ways bad or responsible. Both are wonderful people, yeah. You can see both our friends over here. They are wonderful people over here. People, the most, I'll tell you, you were talking about the Assam Rifles. I'll tell you, I was ADC to the corps commander, to the spare corps. And my experience in not just in Manipur, in the entire Northeast belt is one the best people with golden heart, most principled, cultured people, men of the word, who stand by what they say, are from the Northeast part of India. Now, when things go wrong there, because one more thing I've seen, the people of the Northeast part of India are not scared. They are fearless. They're very good fighters. In the forces also I've seen, they are the best of friends if you make friends with them, and they can be the worst of enemies. अगर उनको छेड़ो आप तो. So when a violence breaks out, it is definitely बहुत ही घातक है. It's going to be gruesome. But if you are friend with them, trust me, you will not find a friend like them. Be it from the Kuki tribe, be it from the Maiti community. So we need to get them somehow to talk, because dialogue is the only way forward. Yeah. And jitna more time we take, trust me, unfortunately, there are so many very, very balanced Maites, very balanced, sensible cookies, very sensible Nagas, and thankfully Nagas have stayed out of it, and I hope it remains that way. We need to get the sensible people together so that those people who talk hate, who propagate hate or violence, do not represent their community. I'm saying once more, I'm saying when violence has happened, let's not take it as cookies attack the Maitis or Maitis attack cookie or so and so. No, or so and so attack the army or so and so attack the security. Let's not take it that way. Being in the army, I will just quickly conclude. I had served in Jammu Kashmir, where there was Armed Forces Special Power Act, and I had served in the northeast part of India as well. Now, when we were attacked by militants in Jammu Kashmir, by terrorists in Jammu Kashmir, that doesn't mean that I begin to say that, oh, I was attacked by a certain community or a certain village. No, these were militants who had attacked us, right? Now, in the northeast part of India, if there was an underground faction which operated against us, I cannot say that's the community, that because they belong to this community, that community. So one cannot say, I think Maitis are wonderful people, I think Cookies are wonderful people as well, and we need to, at any cost, get them to talk. Then you decide. That's a different thing. But the basic thing is, the barriers and let them sit across and talk. And my compliments to Mojo Story. You already won the award for the Manipur analysis. Barkadat won that, and my compliments to Mojo Story for doing great work on ground, not just online, on ground,
Yeah.
and getting my brothers from Manipur here together. Thank you very much, sir.
Majorly, the question that I was asking you, you heard the views. How do you see the situation developing here on?
Right. See, firstly, I totally understand and respect the sentiments of both my brothers over here. I totally 100% get it, where they're coming from, what they mean, and why they're saying what they're saying. I totally get it. And with Mr. Hansing, I will say, yes, we're not schoolboys that you come here, sit on the table, shake hands, hug each other, say sorry, be friends, and go back home. No, I understand it's very complex. The wounds are too deep. It's gone too far. Yes, I admit on that. But then tell me one thing, sir. Now, as time passes by, time is just passing us by. We will not get back this time. Already a year has passed. What is the solution? Well, the government did come out with a panel of 51 members who are part of the peace committee. But the moment, I probably, I'm not bragging, but I am not boasting about it, but I was probably one of the first few ones instantly when the list was released, who was purview to that list. And the moment I saw that list, the moment I saw that, at that very instant, my gut feeling told me it will not work out. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. And rightly
But
so.
why? Why did
I'll
you
tell you
feel
why.
that it won't work out?
Yes, I will tell you why. Firstly, it had a list. If I correct me if I'm not mistaken, I remember a figure of about 25 Maitis in that list, about 10 Nagas or cookies, or about 10 or 11 cookies or Nagas, and there were politicians also in that list. Now, the very fact is, if at all you genuinely want to set up a peace committee, it should be of neutral people. Firstly,
Right.
in
Yeah.
Maithili language or in the Manipur language, I would call it Mayank. Like Zafar by you and I would be Mayank. So a Mayank would
Yeah.
be neither a Maite nor a cookie. So as a prayer I earlier said that the Nagas, he appreciated the Nagas. They're not just playing a neutral part. They're trying to get both the communities together to be. It's not easy. It's not simple. But yet
Yep.
people are
Yeah.
making their efforts in their own way. Why it was not successful, I will tell you. You saw politician's name also in that. Why get politicians involved in it? We all know, I mean, with all respect
Yeah.
to them, with all respect to their profession, but get neutral agencies from the forces. Get somebody, they have been former chief secretaries, they have been former GOCs, they've been former governors, they have been former people who understand that land, who know people, who know Maites also, who knows cookies also, who knows Nagas also, who knows the geography, demography, topography, history, the culture of that place. Get those people, if at all, that is. Now, secondly, the fact is, see, as time passes by, the wounds are only getting deeper. There's a cut in my hand. If I don't put Dettol, if I don't address it, then and there, it'll only get worse. There'll be infection, there'll be whatnot, and I don't know. There could be a risk of me actually amputating my hand. Ultimately, there could be gangrene, there could be anything else. Similarly, when there is a small cut, ideally speaking, if I go back in the past 1 year, army should have been called instantly. That's my take, being an army person.
Yeah.
It wasn't called. Well, there were some mistakes, there were some errors. Well, it wasn't. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, yes, but now whatever errors took place in the past, we can correct it now. Because I feel when we wake up in the morning, I'm giving this analogy, we wake up, we don't feel like waking up, but we say, if not now, then never. And then we jump out of bed. I'm giving that analogy right now. Because if we don't correct the problem, which has happened in a beautiful state, there was Femna Miss India, there was a polo tournament, it was gaining international recognition, there was
Absolutely.
Mirabai Chanu winning and the Olympics. We had Mary Kom. We had the film. We had so many things from Manipur coming out from all tribes, all communities, all villages, everyone. And Maitis and Cookies have lived together for so many years. They never had a problem. They worked together. They as Mr. Hansing said, they fought shoulder to shoulder together. They were there for each other. They were there to help each other out. This problem had
Right.
not happened. Now, unfortunately, 1 year, 3rd May, it's gone a bit too far. And if we don't correct it now, if we don't get in neutral agencies. I can name a few people. Mr. Amrik Singh Pawa, he is a Manipuri Sikh. He has been interviewed by Mojo. There is Brigadier Neil John, who I interviewed this morning on my channel. He was the deputy GOC, the officiating GOC on 3rd of May last year when the violence broke out. There is Lieutenant General Shokin Chauhan. There is Jaideep Saikia, who specializes in Northeast affairs. There is Lieutenant General Shokin Chauhan. There is Lieutenant Sangwan. There is Lieutenant General Z.U. Shah, who has been interviewed by your channel. There are so many people who have served in the northeast part of India who know that place back of the hands. They should the government, in fact, should take consultancy from them as well. But I don't know. I don't understand why, Mr.
Priya,
Why
why?
there.
Yeah, I want.
Let me put it this way: where there's a will, there's a way. Alibai rightly said there are well-known people. He just named a couple. I mean, why aren't we doing that? So that's the question. That's the question that we've been asking for all these days, right? All these months.